ago, my life was not sweet. No. I was going through a divorce, and it was horrible, and it was just absolutely, and I don't like to recount it for drama, but if I can help somebody here get through something difficult, it was really bad. My ex, and I don't want to bash him, this is public, so I'm going to keep this as generic as I can. He had a second mortgage with my father co-signed, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't know anything about it, he defaulted on the loan. And I'm not going to say how he defaulted, but it was really bad. And our marriage was doomed from the start, but I have to make this quick. I only have 5 minutes. So in that period when I realized I have to get divorced and I tried to make this marriage succeed, there was a week where I didn't have electric because there was no money to pay for it, and I had to get the thing, what do you call it? I kept my refrigerator running with the generator, and the neighbors complained, and the town supervisor came to my door, and he came in and he knocked on the door, and I went, "Who is this coming to my door?" And he goes, "You have to turn that thing off, the neighbors are complaining, it's loud." And I went, and I just started bawling. I'm like, "Okay, we'll turn it off." So then he came back. It's like, "Don't come back." He goes, "I see you're going through a tough time. Is there something I can do to help you?" I'm like, "Well, we don't have any electric. I have 2 children." So he miraculously got the power back on. So then there were many other things, and it was just not good. And there was the Mother's Day where I had to mow the lawn. And my ex was nowhere to be found, and the grass was up to my hip, and the rider mower died, and I had to push mow. And the neighborhood father sent his son over to mow my lawn, and he goes, and I'm just like, this is so humiliating. So he mowed the lawn, and I cried under my deck. But to make a long story short, it got better. And I got to the sweet life. And through all that, and not only that, my then 6-year-old was getting expelled like every other day from Collegium. We had to switch schools, and he had to go to Collegium, and he had it in his mind, "I'm not going to stay in this school. I don't like this school. I failed kindergarten, and I'm going to..." So upon the 4th call, where my son was practically expelled from Collegium, I got the call, "I'm in the hospital. I had a heart attack." Honestly and truly, through this divorce, I had a heart attack at 40. And the dean of the school calls up, "Evan is not having a good day. He threw water on this girl, and he has to be expelled once again, and this is the last straw. You're going to have to find another school." And I go, "I'm in the hospital. I had a heart attack. I'm going through a really bad divorce. Can you work with me?" And well, she worked with me. Now, to speed along to get to the sweet life, I started having dreams about this guy at my church, and they weren't erotic. It was this guy who I kind of knew. I never even spoke 2 words to, never said a word to, but here he is playing electric guitar in my dreams. I'm like, okay, all right. And I wake up, 4 nights of this, and I'm like, why am I dreaming about this guy? And at the same time, and if you believe in God, okay, if you don't, okay, it was totally divine intervention. He was editing a video of, we did a concert in the park with our church, and he was editing this video, and he kept going to me, the cameraman, and he's married happily, but the video just kept going to me. And Scott, my husband, is going, "Well, what's going on here? What? Okay, she's cute." Well, and I'm dreaming about him, but to make a long story short, somehow we were thrown together divinely, and we started chatting, and we started talking, and we became best friends. And during this both of us were going through horrible divorces. He has a bipolar ex-wife. He had similar, really bad difficulties. We got together, and we are absolutely the best friends. And I'd love to say that when we blended our family, it was easy and wonderful, but no. The first winter together, our 12-year-olds were then 7, I think. They had an all-out, blowout snowball fight where blood was flowing, and they were yelling at each other. No, it was not easy. But today we're buying a new house together, and all 4 boys, 19, 14, and 12, the first thing they asked was, are we going to have a room together where all our computers can be together and we can be together? No, that's honestly an awesome thing, because we've been through a lot in the last 7 years of suing for custody for Scott's son and just dealing with our exes. And now they just want to be together, and they want to be in the same room, and they want to play Minecraft together, and it's awesome. It's really sweet.
Yeah.